How is it going, guys? It is Tom here, and I'd just like to quickly apologise for how late this video is. I know it should have been out on Halloween, so it should have been the 31st, and it is now the 9th of November. But if you will pay close attention in the video, you'll see that my hand is in a bandage because I had just finished having an operation a couple of days before this video. So the editing process actually took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Me and Jord also flew to Korea for a week, and I just didn't have the Wi-Fi good enough to actually download my files and get the episode uploaded on time. So I will apologise for that one right now. But without further ado, please enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the ReelRookie podcast. I'm your host Tom, and I'm once again joined with the wonderful Jord and Dainty.
Hello.
Good evening.
And we also have first special guest of the podcast, which is none other than Mr. Horror Hub UK, Alex.
Hello.
He's got no face. That is actually how he looks.
Yes, yeah.
It's my natural face now. I've just become accustomed to it.
Yeah, it's just a normal day for us, really. You know, just all finished work. This is what like normal uniform looks like for us.
Stress.
Well, it's how we chill out. Yeah,
it's true. We dressed down a bit for the last couple of episodes. Have you all been? Another couple of weeks gone by?
Yeah, not too bad. Okay.
Surviving after that. After the film we got given.
I managed it absolutely fine.
Yeah, it wasn't my favourite. But then again, nothing is.
Yeah, true. You don't have many opinions.
No.
Many right opinions.
Okay, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I need to know though is fucking why that film.
Sorry, my mask is like lubed.
Yeah, I've got so much hair in my mouth.
Well, it's just sliding down my brow, so I can't kind of see you.
I'm losing my hat. I've got hair everywhere.
Why Hereditary?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we allow Alex to demask at this point or
no? Fucking.
Okay. You sorry, you're stuck.
You made us fucking watch that. This is
I chose this outfit, so I'll succumb to this.
I tried to be helpful.
Thank you. So Hereditary is essentially it's modern horror. It's not like your typical classical stuff. It's a very like you guys have seen. It's a slow burner. So it's a suspenseful build throughout the film. I think we were saying earlier, it gets real kind of horror-y in the last 10-15 minutes. Up until that point, I think it's atmospheric, and I find atmosphere horror is a lot more intriguing and interesting to watch because you have to physically invest yourself throughout the film, rather than like a slasher. Guys running around stabbing people. It doesn't mean anything. There's no value to it. Whereas if you're watching something like Hereditary, you have to physically sit down and think about it and watch the film throughout to get the payoff at the end.
Yeah.
So that was ultimately the reason as to why.
It's psychological and it fucks with your head.
Exactly. It's got some thriller vibes like Seven and like Bone Collector, like the kind of old school thrillery films, but brings that element of horror like you guys have seen in the last 10 to 15 minutes, and it gets all twisted.
Yeah, I mean, as someone that hates horrors, I think it made it worse not knowing like when anything was going to happen. Like every 2 minutes, I was like, right, okay, it's going to be scary now. Yeah. But we'll discuss further when we actually get to that review.
Yeah.
Because I think it wouldn't be wrong to call you the king of horror from how many you watch.
Yes.
It's a lot.
It's a disgusting amount.
It's a lot.
It's unhealthy is what it is.
It's a lot. I do get questioned quite a lot as to how I'm still like a normal functioning human.
Yeah, psychologically, are you okay?
I don't think I am, but it's fine, and we accept it and we move forward.
I mean, it was when I was like, every time I scroll Insta, and it's like every 3 posts, it's something like, okay, now watching, and it's some weird horror I've never heard of. I think when I went on Insta, I checked across your accounts, and it was something like 214 horror films this year.
Easy.
Alone.
Easy. Like, I'm averaging 2 to 3 a day.
How do you get the time for that?
I'm a very sad individual. I watch horror. That's kind of how it works. It's like at least, I try and do at least one a day.
Where's that? Where do you think that's come from, though? In terms of like, what's like the first? Well, yeah. What's the first horror you watched, and then why do you like horrors so much? Into that
I think first
Where's it
horror,
come from?
some people don't define it as horror, it's more action. First film I ever watched that truly scared me was Jurassic Park.
Really?
I watched it 5 years old in the cinema.
Oh, well, let's be fair. If a 5-year-old watching a fucking T-Rex,
You know
come
what I
at
mean?
me, you know,
First
it's-
film I ever saw in cinema. I fell in love with cinema that day, but like, I just remember hiding under the coat while watching the Velociraptors running around the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's a monster film at the end of the day. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
That was kind of what got me into films in general, and then the first real one I remember going to the cinema to see was Paranormal Activity.
Oh, that's quite late.
Yeah, I remember, like, I've seen horrors previously, but you don't get the true experience of a horror unless you're in cinema. Pitch black, loud noises, that's where you... And Paranormal Activity was the true kind of cinema horror experience. And I was like, nah, this is good, this is... Because I think you've got... There's two things that we can control as people. We can't control what we find scary, and we can't control what we find funny. Everybody finds different things scary. Everybody finds different things funny. They're very visceral kind of feelings. So, for me, I've become very numb to that visceral feeling. And that's why I've kind of gone out my way to be like, right, I want to find the scariest film that I can find, ultimately.
Wouldn't one of the scariest films you could find involve clowns for you?
I don't like clowns. I'm not a fan of clowns.
So, like, It.
Killer clowns from outer space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, not a fan of.
What? That's a film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's old now.
Are you surprised by that? There's a film called Sharknado.
Yeah,
for
true.
fuck's sake.
True.
And Slacks about killer trousers.
See, that's the other ones for you as well. It's
I've
like,
never heard of that.
you've always got the obscure ones. Like, what's the obscurest one that you've watched that you can think
The
of?
most obscure.
Yeah.
I once watched one called Rubber, which was about a killer tyre.
What?
And he
I've
used to
seen
roll down the street and like use mind power to make people's heads explode.
These must be like some low budget.
Rubber was quite high, quite a decent budget. It was half decent. Like you've got Larmageddon was
That sounds like a comedy.
Larmageddon was about llamas that came down from space and basically went around murdering people. That was
doesn't
low
sound
budget.
like a horror. That sounds silly.
Yeah, they tried to make it a horror. Like there are sequences. It's more slasher vibes than anything else. But yeah, Larmageddon was a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Slacks about the killer trousers. They put trousers on, the trousers eat 'em.
Is that the one where his mouth goes absolutely massive?
That's literally about a pair of trousers that kill people.
I just remember, it's unlocked a memory for some reason. I just remember seeing a film where it was the prosthetics was absolutely insane. Like it was this huge giant face and just like this big was his face, and he used to just consume people.
Nah, this is very much like they brings out a new line of trousers. And
Somehow possessed.
they put the trousers on, and yeah, the trousers kind of make them kill people and like eat them and consume them.
Okay.
Velocipasta you mentioned last
Yeah,
episode.
Velocipasta, fucking hell.
Classic.
How do people come up with the names and like the story plots for these, man?
One of my favourites, Killer
Drugs.
Pinata.
Killer Pinata.
You watch a pinata perform fellatio.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It then bites it off, and he's like, "Oh my god, oh no!" And it does it. It's a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
You can find some real obscure ones. You have to go to more independent kind of collegey kids vibes. They're very B-list movies.
Are
but
these
they-
like on YouTube?
No, these are official releases. You can get DVDs and Blu-rays.
I'd like to see the Rotten Tomato scores on these.
They are low.
Yeah, I could imagine.
They are low.
Do you think they're low because you say they're like you said they're like BB list?
I think yeah.
But do you are any of them like actually decent and they're just low scores because it's just easy to give them a low score because no one knows about them?
Yeah, I think it's its own subgenre. So people will actively, very much like you'd already mentioned, like Sharknado. That's kind of the vibe. It becomes its own genre. And that's why, like I've said about horror, you've got horror, but then there are that many subclasses and subgenres involved in it.
Yeah.
So you've got like your suspense, your thrillers, your murder mysteries, your slashers, your B-list movies. There's multiple kind of branches from it. So these are a specific genre in their own right, which is... They're hilarious. They're easy watches. They're popcorn movies. You get to watch a pair of pants eat people. You know what I
I was
mean?
going to say, yeah, Slacks. in terms of the popcorn meter, which is the critics' score, you're talking 44%. Viewers, however, think it's fantastic because it's 96%.
Told you.
What?
Told you.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it has its own fan base and its own genre.
Bearing in mind, that's rated at 68 reviews.
68. I was all 67 of those. I was like, more pants, please.
Hang on, have I done that the right way around again?
Popcorn's.
We did this.
Popcorn's
last week, didn't we?
audience.
Popcorn is audience.
Popcorn's audience.
Oh,
Tomato
okay.
is
In that
critics.
case, critics love it. The audience, not so much. Yeah, it's the other way around.
I love the fact that the critics are like, yes, this is the best film since The Exorcist.
Rubber. 89 reviews, critics 67%, so not that bad.
Rubber's decent. It's a lot more of a thinky film.
However, 46% viewer rating.
Not the worst I've seen.
I mean, the cover for that film just looks.
I mean,
like the pictures, like Google search of Rubber, just looks stupid.
anything in horror, I just won't watch anyway. That was the first horror I've watched in 27 years.
The first.
And as a 30-year-old, that's saying something. I think that's why I got put off horrors.
Was it the first horror in 27 years?
Yeah.
So what was the first one?
I don't know the name of it.
Any description?
So I was fucking 3 years old, and there
Nice.
was some guy strapped.
What the fuck were your parents doing, letting you watch a horror at 3?
So that wasn't. It was the guy. But so it was the guy who lived 2 doors down from me. He came to babysit me, and his idea was putting a horror film on.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and the first scene was some guy strapped to a chair having his tongue cut out, and
Well, that could be a gangster film.
Yeah.
then I remember seeing some shit crawling on the ceiling, and that was enough for me, and that's why I haven't watched horror since.
I thought you were just going Hostel at one point, but
Not a clue what it is. So
I'm
yeah.
probably going on about 11 years. Probably, I reckon.
And what was that then?
Grave Encounters.
yes,
Okay.
Gonjiam Haunted Asylum was the original for that.
Yeah, that was.
Grave Encounters was like the American adaptation.
Yeah,
Great film.
It's like done point of view on the camera and everything, and I swear for a week I could see those people every time I went to the toilet at night, in the corner of the room with their mouth just going.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember. The last one I must have watched was Hereditary, because I remember I've seen it, and that's quite recent, so...
Mm.
But,
Yeah, I don't do horrors. Just
yeah,
No.
I don't do them because I don't find them that interesting. Sorry.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
But
So-
just don't get me.
yeah,
Although-
it's just not me. I mean, I don't watch films at all. Apparently, you know,
Evidently not.
Evidently no.
No.
But horrors especially not. So I will continue to avoid those until next Halloween.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
Well, you say that there is a few horrors in the movie reel.
fantastic.
You watch
Nice.
one. We'll get one. We'll
Fantastic.
get one
There is a
tonight.
few that had to go on there, like The Descent is on there.
Oh, what a film. What
Is
a
The
film.
Shining? Is that a horror?
Yeah.
The Shining. Ooh.
Shining is arguably one of the best horrors ever made.
I was going to say, what do you think is like the best horror of all time?
Best horror of all time. I would put The Shining up there. I'll put The Shining up there. Like I said, it depends what you're looking for. If you're saying what's the best, what's the scariest,
Mhm.
if that's what you define as horror, for me,
For me, yes, it would be scary.
Gonjiam Haunted Asylum.
Which one?
Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. So it's a Korean movie, which Grave Encounters was then the follow-up for. It's essentially about a team that go into a haunted asylum. It's all filmed with like head cameras.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but hands down,
Like found footage films.
one of the scariest films that you'll ever watch.
Great.
Hands down.
Yeah, just from the Google search, that building. Oh my god.
Hands down.
Remind us to
Koreans-
avoid that one.
The Korean cinema, in terms of horror, like I said, you in the Japanese, you're talking the original Ring.
Hmm.
Absolutely fantastic Ringu. You've got, like I said, Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. They're dealing with things like zombie movies, so like Train to Busan. All these, they smash it at the park. Honest to God,
I like a good K drama, but I can't do K horror.
you need to do K horror, man.
Should we go and watch one next week when
Is
we're in
there
Korea?
next week? Yeah.
We are in Korea next week, so we'll
Do it. So I would definitely say scariest film I've ever seen, Gunjiam Haunted Asylum. I think it's amazing. Everything about that film is just brilliant.
see if you're. I kind of want to watch it now. if like you're saying
It's kind of got
scary.
everything in
I
it.
don't. I don't.
I'll
got
watch
everything
it,
you want.
I'll watch it in like 10-minute increments, and that'll do me.
At least you sit there. You're worse. I did not know that you would be worse than Tom. I thought Tom was like possibly one of the worst people around for scary shit.
At the same time, I did have a dancing avocados on the side of the screen playing.
Yeah,
at the
that's
same time.
true. Actually, yeah, I'm glad you said that. So it means I ain't got it out yet. But yeah, you had the toddler sort of dancing.
It was the sensory
It was
fruit.
the baby sensory stuff, man.
Yeah. On the side, just for comfort while they
What's
watch.
that? Did it have the music as well?
For some parts, yes.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes when the whole
It's all kicking off and you're listening to the avocado song.
It did help though. And, like I tried it probably for the first hour, and like someone would come up and just go, "Oh, mangoes." It's like zone into this. It's like someone getting like stalked by a demon on the screen, and just I like mangoes.
Mangoes are great.
So, I suppose the last thing, your personal favourite horror.
Personal favourite, Friday the 13th final chapter. So it's the 4th instalment of the Friday the 13th franchise.
There's 4.
There's like loads.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you're talking probably about 10.
Fucking hell. It's getting as bad as
I didn't know there's that many. Jesus.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot. Yeah, that's just because it's the epitome of what a slasher is. I love it's very old school. It's very 80s. Jason Voorhees is Jason Voorhees. He's not like spoiler. I won't spoil anything because he hasn't seen anything. The
He's probably
first
not gonna
film
watch it.
is not based essentially around Jason. This
Right.
is a true slasher. It's Jason being Jason, murdering teenagers who have sex and do drugs and party. But it's just
but don't do it.
It's exactly
So a fucked up version of the police.
pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. So
Wow.
yeah, for me, I love Friday the 13th final chapter. That's my favourite. Yeah, I like a slasher. I'm a sucker for a slasher. I think it's just popcorn watching. You can literally just sit there and watch people get murdered and just enjoy.
Yeah.
I might not be too bad with that.
No, it's not. I think you'd be
I think
fine.
you'd be better with slashers.
For-
It's the scary shit, like the jump scary stuff that you probably don't like.
Yeah, I don't do jump scares.
Paranormal Activity, one of the
Fuck
best.
No.
Apparently, I love that was the only film I remember in recent history where I've come out of the cinemas and I felt a bit uneasy. I
It was
like,
genuinely
"Oh."
the first one was genuinely a scary film.
Yeah, then they ruined it by doing like 5 of them.
Paranormal Activity 2 is not too bad, but Paranormal Activity
3
hands
was-
down. Obviously,
3
people
The
in that
trailers
cinema.
used to scare me for Paranormal Activity. Like, they'd come on TV, I'd turn the TV off. I was like, I'm not watching it.
Yeah,
Like,
Paranormal was good.
I'm like that though with YouTube, and it's like you're watching YouTube a bit later into the evening, and then like horrors start coming on. You're just like skip. But now
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the adverts are like 30 seconds, and I can watch
Unskippable.
like 30 seconds of a horror trailer.
Yeah, there are some legitimately scary. Some of the scariest films that I've ever watched are short films on YouTube by unknown directors.
I've seen a weird.
They're incredible.
Well, I'm not sure if it was a horror, but like this girl got into a lake, and she was with this guy. They parked the car.
Eden Lake.
She went and got in the lake, and then this guy was just stood at the side, like saying like, "How's the water?" and stuff like that.
It sounds like Eden Lake. I don't think that did, but that sounds like Eden Lake is an English film with Michael Fassbender. A few of the actors from Skins as well. Honest to God, if you want like realistic horror, Eden Lake all day every day. Because you literally watch it. You literally watch it when these kids. They're basically arsehole kids. They're teenagers, but they're like
I'll let them die then.
very brutal in the way that they're acting. It's very, and you watch it, and there are kind of reflections on actual what life is with these teenagers. Like you would walk down the street now, you'd see a bunch of teenagers. You'd be like, they might, stab me in the face.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. This nice couple go for a nice weekend away, and these teenagers are there, and they piss them off, and it's like it's all downhill.
Okay.
It's worth it. Do it.
Other genres are better.
You are.
Other genres are better than horrors. in
Yeah,
my
I
opinion.
think we'll have a mental break and see what other genres come up in our blind ranking.
Of course.
Hey, but that for a segue.
Lovely.
Nice.
Well, you're getting good at this.
I'm trying, but it also gives me a chance to demask because there is so much.
Are we
hair in my-
demasking?
We can demask, yeah.
Oh my God.
There's so much hair in my mouth.
I can actually breathe. Can I deglove?
Yeah, you do whatever you want as long as.
Oh, D pants.
Sorry. D what?
On a D pants.
As long as I ain't killer pants.
D pants are the best though.
I had a wig cap.
Yeah, that was on the table earlier. That's what I said.
No, that was the bag.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, that was warm.
I'm gonna keep my fangs in until I really get uncomfortable.
Do it.
Now it just feels like I'm in a dress.
Well,
That's okay though.
And
Yeah.
I've decided to take my shirt off underneath, so I'm...
Are we allowed to de-dress?
that comes later.
that's the sign.
I feel like I need. Can I de-dress? I've de-hatted.
Yeah, DD dress.
Oh,
It's fine if you're too warm.
I have multiple layers. It's fine.
I've got to go home like this.
I genuinely was considering driving.
I got to
Yeah.
get on a train like this.
Have you not drove?
I've drove, but I wore my own clothes, so I was
Oh,
waiting to
okay,
drive
yeah.
dressed as Ghostface. I thought it'd be quite good. It's too warm. That's it. I'm deep pants.
Good.
I'm
We're all good.
Are we good now?
Yes.
Oh, that's better.
blind
Look at you,
ranking.
suckers.
Blind ranking.
Blind ranking.
You stay as Eeyore.
I'm quite comfy, to be fair.
I'm alright actually.
You're wearing an
surprisingly.
Eeyore onesie. You are the comfiest.
I know. It's like perfect temperature. Well, like,
I'm
it's just
in a
palpable.
dress. I'm
I'm
now
not.
in a dress. And
I mean, I'm just in cotton.
the
so,
cameras
yeah.
can't see me now. So.
Right. Blind ranking.
I have a wonderful view.
Oh, God.
Right then.
Oh yeah, there's we can put the first film third.
Yeah, that was a rule that went in last week.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand how blind ranking works,
Yeah.
we are going to be given 5 films in order, in a random order. We don't know what's coming next, and we've got to kind of get them in what we think should be the right order of how good they are.
Okay.
So 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. So we have to be thoughtful of where we place each one. But the number 3 slot is banned for the first pick because it's a cop out of putting it in the middle.
Okay.
So fire away.
Right. My turn this week. So, your first film. I'm gonna be an arsehole. Although it means nothing to Tom. The Shawshank Redemption.
Not too bothered. 4 or 5.
I've never seen it, so I could also put 5. I don't really care.
Oh my God! Be the voice of reason, please.
2.
2.
I'm gonna go
You got
2.
2.
Is it
4 and 5.
Is it that good?
Yeah.
Okay, not 5 then 4.
You're so influenced.
We've got to come to a consensus before we can move on.
Shall we be nice and let the guest have the first pick?
Okay, 2 then.
It's one of the greatest films ever made.
It literally is.
Is it?
It's
Like hands down.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
the
not
number
saying-
one
I'm
film
not
on
saying-
IMDb.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not a good like
Ever.
Hands down.
It's the one that I always visually get mixed up with Brokeback Mountain. Or Brokeback
What?
Mountain, whatever it is. Yeah, whenever like someone says Shawshank Redemption, I would just picture them two guys.
Cowboys
out there.
Intense. Man escaping prison.
Either way, you're getting shanked.
There's a shank in there somewhere.
Give us number 2. Give us
Next turn. We're going to. Okay. Let's go. Right, your second one. I've done this completely wrong. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to edit something out here. Right, we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, that's in now. Good. Your next film will be Schindler's List.
not seen it.
Neither have I. 5.
5.
You can't go 3. Can you go 3?
You can go 3 now.
Go 3
Yeah.
now. Oh, I think Shawshank's a better film. Schindler's List is very specific.
It is.
What's it about?
A list of Schindler.
World War II.
It's about Auschwitz. It's about a German guy who secretly saves thousands and thousands of Jews
Very-
from
yeah.
camps.
Oh, okay.
4.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with 4.
4.
Sure.
I know it's meant to be good.
4.
Going for 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know nothing about it.
Okay, it's locked in. We're at 4. Whiplash.
Oh, I love Whiplash.
I love Whiplash.
I do love Whiplash. I could happily put that at number 1.
I love Whiplash so much.
Yeah, as a drummer, I love.
Now,
I
how good
fucking
is
love
Whiplash, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oscar winning, absolutely outstanding. I hate fucking Miles. What's his face? I hate him. But that film,
He is very hateable, isn't he?
such got a hateable face. But that
he's
film
very
is,
good. He's very good in a lot of things.
That film is unreal.
Mhm.
Like I could watch that
Are
film.
you rushing or are you dragging? Like that always sticks with me.
I'm going to go 3 with that. I think there's better in that list. I would say 3, but I'll go with what you guys think.
I've not
I
seen
know
it.
you're a sucker. You're going to go 1.
I do like it. I'll shove it in 3. It's fine because I think there is a lot that's better. But
It's
I think
such a good
if
film.
you're a musician, it's just
It's
fucking-
Miles Teller. That's it. Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated him.
Hate him.
I hated him in Divergent. Is it Divergent that he's in as well? He's in Divergent. Yeah.
He comes across as a very arrogant dude.
Yes.
He was in Fantastic Four as well, and I don't.
But he was in Top Gun Maverick as well, and he's
Yeah,
very good in Top Gun Maverick.
Love that film. Again, dislike him so much. I watch him, I just think you arrogant bastard.
Yeah, see, I thought that about him in Top Gun Maverick, but I didn't. Then I was like, hang on, am I supposed to feel like this about his character?
Nah,
I
he's
think-
just an
But
ass. He's like that in every film.
He's one of them characters that put there to grow with the film, isn't he? So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Okay.
I'd agree with
I'm
you.
happy.
Whiplash 3.
Yeah, yeah. So what?
Not seen it.
So what's left after this? Is it 1 and 5?
We've got 1 and 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pressure play now then.
Best and worst.
What do I give you?
Whatever's there.
Fight Club.
Never seen it.
Great film. Great film. I don't think it's 1 though.
No, it's not. It's going to have to go 5.
It's got to go 5.
Yeah, 5.
So what?
Out of those films, it's not the worst one, but
So what have we got as number
Star
1?
Wars is going to be number 1.
Well, do
Star
2.
Wars will be 1.
Do 2 to 5 of what we've got so far.
that's
Right.
hard.
So, in 5, you've put Fight
Fight
Club.
Club.
In 4, Schindler's List.
That's fair, I think.
In 3, we've got Whiplash.
Love that film.
Position number 2 is taken by Shawshank
All day,
Redemption.
every day. All day, every
Take your word
day.
for it.
Number 1 then, The Godfather.
Yes! That was a good choice! I'll take that.
Again,
Godfather Part 2 is better, but Godfather's sick.
See, now, for me,
never seen it.
I'm not that bothered by The Godfather.
You know-
That's an unpopular opinion, I know, but I would actually put Godfather at number 5.
Would you?
Yeah. I'm not that bothered.
Number
I know
5.
why it's so good, but
Godfather Part 2 is the better of the films. But Godfather set the precedent, didn't he? That's the way I look at it. I'm happy with that. I think that's a good.
I think that's pretty fair.
That's a fair list. That is.
so 5 to 1, Fight Club, Schindler's List, Whiplash, Shawshank Redemption, and The Godfather.
they are some of the
Yeah.
best films ever made. They
Not
are.
bad.
That list.
Have I only seen one of them again?
Oh my god.
Probably.
Whiplash.
You've seen Whiplash? Yes, I believe so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Is that
Yeah.
the third week? No.
It's the second. Yeah, last week. you'd
Second
only seen
episode.
one.
No, I'd only seen one.
I don't know if you'd seen any in the first.
First one I had.
Because
it was like-
yeah, we had Lord of the Rings, didn't we? And,
Yeah. That would always be
So
number one.
yeah, if you think we fucked that up, let us know.
I don't think we fucked up, man. They're in good positions.
It's not bad. It's not bad. For me, I think I'll put Shawshank at the top though.
You think?
I think so. Yeah.
Great film.
I love Shawshank.
Great film. Many would argue the same.
Yeah. I mean, many would because it's
It is
literally number one
considered
on
one of the best
IMDb.
films ever made. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dreading watching that.
It's long
Brilliant.
as well.
It's amazing.
It is long.
It's a good film, but it's long.
I think you're talking the top end of 3 hours, isn't you?
More because I know my opinions on it will not be agreed with, and I will get slated.
Yeah, but that's everything that we'll ever review.
To be
so-
honest, though, in your defence, I've watched it and I'm not too bothered about it. Like, it's a good film, but I'm just not that bothered about it. Like,
a bit like me with Godfather. There's many people who would hit the floor if I said Godfather's.
I think Goodfellas is better.
Goodfellas is better than Godfather.
Goodfellas is better than Godfather.
so
Right then,
John Wick.
I guess that moves. Yeah, John Wick.
Onto
movie
John
review.
Wick.
Mm-hmm. What a fucking film! Oh my god! Oh,
Everybody loves John
Yeah.
Wick, man.
it's like
Holy shit, we're all.
Everybody's on the same
know.
page.
Yeah.
I know. Like when it came up, like knowing that we got to watch it. Oh, I was so happy.
John Wick is.
It's one that I could watch over and over again, and like
100%, yeah,
I just don't get bored of. It's
Yeah.
just fucking action.
Yeah, well, it's a typical badass action film, like guns and rock. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's
I
guns and rock, and a lot of headshots.
And puppy
You
dogs.
do have to get over the fact, that a poor little beagle
I know.
gets,
But worth it for the story.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have him being a
Yeah.
badass if you didn't have the death of the dog.
Like-
Nobody likes to kill animals on screen.
We
No.
didn't do a spoiler warning.
It's comes with the podcast now.
But
It's
again,
fine.
Again, I'm just saying it. You know, the film was released in
Yeah.
2014.
Let's
So
say
if you ain't seen it
2014
by now,
this
that's
one.
on you.
And
That's
I think
on you.
anybody except Thomas seen this film.
No,
I'd seen
Tom's
this one,
actually
George.
seen
Oh,
it.
it was you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
everybody has seen this
That's
film
what
except
I was,
for
I was
George.
buzzing.
Yeah.
Because like my opening note for this was just like in full caps, like what a film.
What a film.
Fucking
Yeah.
love it. And it was like the opening scene just doesn't even need words. There's literally no words in any of the opening scene.
It's beautiful.
I like
the rolling the end. That's actually the start.
Yeah.
Or the start.
I like that though because it kind of opened with that, straight in with the like bam. I assumed like his wife's dead, and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it just all
Yeah.
spiraled from there. And the cars. Sorry,
the cars.
the original car that he got stolen
Yeah.
is better.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Like,
It's a proper man film.
Yeah.
It's legitimately. I don't like in the no. It's a film made
Yeah.
for guys.
It
like
is.
it is.
But then again, Paige quite likes him, but she is bored. Like I put it on, she's like, "Oh, are we watching this again?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I suppose it's what like old school. It'd be like it's a man's like
It is.
it's a man's man film. If that makes sense.
It's very much. I think you can appear with most Tarantino films. They're made with a very masculine energy to them. They're not.
Just Till Dawn's on
Oh,
the
I
list.
love Dust Till Dawn.
It's technically a horror.
although
Technically not Tarantino, but okay.
one thing I would say,
I thought it was Tarantino.
if
He
I've got
produced
some
it
advice
on
for
Road.
John Wick, he needs to buy some curtains.
He does need to
Like,
buy curtains.
his house.
He's
Just
an
glass.
exhibitionist, he loves it.
He likes to strut round making his pancakes in his birthday suit, so the whole neighbourhood can see.
No one will question him, and he knows it.
Would you question the Wick Todger? I
know-
wouldn't.
And also another thing I was wondering, on the drift scene when he gets in the car, does the drifting and all that?
Yeah.
Is the dog in the passenger seat?
I did wonder that because
Like,
100%.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
don't see the
Yeah,
dog
yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
That dog is holding on for dear life.
I would assume that he'd left it at the gatehouse, but
He took that dog everywhere.
But,
let me get the boring stuff out of the way so we can carry on talking because I do a bit of a thingy first tonight. So we've got released in 2014, directed by I'm going to fuck his second name up, Chad Stahelski. Run time which we covered last week, hour 41. Lovely
time.
time for a film.
Good
Yeah,
time for
a lot better.
Good time for an action film.
Yeah. Budget was 20 to 30 million, and it grossed 86.1 million
pennies.
at the box office.
Pennies.
And so far, the franchise, which I think includes like the TV spin-off and everything like that, it's grossed over $1 billion.
Didn't even realise it was a TV spin-off.
Yeah.
Who's that?
From the hotel.
Oh, of course, yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know it. Yeah.
86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Metascore, so I've put something else in there now.
Yeah.
I forgot what that takes into account. I'll have to cover that again.
Same thing as like Rotten Tomatoes. And
Similar thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
it's based on critic and
Paul's in it,
amalgamated.
Paul's
Yeah.
It amalgamates all of them. Yeah.
68. IMDb 7.4.
It's good.
And it's currently not rated in the IMDb top rated movies of all time.
What?
Moat
What
for short.
I was going to say, what's the quantity on that? How many did they put in that?
It's the top
Is it
of all
just
time
all-
is 250.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
the
it's
top
not in the.
250.
It's not in that.
Doesn't make the
250.
top 250.
Oh, so we haven't got to place it amongst the against.
No, it's not made it, unfortunately.
That
Sorry.
pisses me off even more.
Which I think that's fair.
so
I don't
that,
think that's. It's a,
Not when fucking aliens
yeah, I was
got
about
to
to say
69.
that's worse than Aliens.
no.
Much worse than Aliens.
That's so upsetting.
I think out of 250 films, you think how many films have been made? I've talked to you about a film about pants that eat people.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of films and how many there are, 250, I think, yeah, as much as John Wick is good,
Lord of the Rings is like number 8, so you're alright.
you're okay.
It works. Alright.
Star Wars must be.
Star Wars is up there. I actually think Star Wars is lower down than Lord of the Rings.
Deserved.
I don't know.
It is.
Deserved.
We won't go into that though.
Oh, yeah.
We'll wait till we've
Oh,
got Dan with us as well.
I'll agree with Tom with that one, but okay.
But yeah, I just got from the film. You obviously you don't piss him off,
Don't ever piss John Wick off.
and it's kind of like if James Bond was straight to the point and just killed everyone,
Yeah.
you'd have John Wick.
Yeah.
pretty much.
No introductions or martinis and
No.
And John McClane.
And just
get shit.
and it just had that,
Yeah.
because the amount of headshots had that kind of like video game feel type thing as well.
mate.
And you're just there going, yeah,
It's what you want from an action film.
yeah.
yeah.
It's
He
like
does it in every single one of them so far.
He does, yeah.
it's
You don't know what I'm gonna say.
He does that in everything.
No, there's a scene where I love it because of the fucking audacity of him. He'll shoot somebody, reload the gun
Yeah.
while he's still killing him, and then shoot him again.
And shoot him again, yeah.
And the best
Yeah.
one, number one was good. It was I think he did it in the nightclub
Mhm.
where he shoots somebody. He reloads.
He's
his
holding him
pistol,
up against the pillar.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then he shoots him again. But the second one was by far the best because it's a shotgun, and he holds the gun in the wound that he's just created, reloads it, and kills it. I'm like, fuck, that's so good.
It's one of them films that I like. I literally find myself every 2 minutes going, "He's so fucking cool."
Yeah.
I literally every
yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like he was like the man crush before Ryan Reynolds came about for me.
Do you think then, okay, do you think anybody else could have played it?
I don't know if it's just because I see him as John Wick now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's very much like the John McClane in Die Hard. Like, you can't see anybody else playing John McClane.
Yeah.
Could you see anybody else sitting in that role of John Wick?
I don't know because I think what helps me as well is not having seen The Matrix. I don't know him as
Neo.
Neo.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I know they look completely different, but
why Keanu works so well is because of how Keanu is very
Yeah.
is very to himself.
He's John Wick?
Yeah, he's very to himself. He's calm. He's temperate for the most
Yeah.
part. You know what I mean? And then there's other things going on underneath, and it's like, well,
That's
yeah,
him.
It just works.
That's him.
I'm trying to think now. You've asked a question. Would anybody else suit it?
I
It's a
think,
good
like you
question.
said, I think Ryan Reynolds could potentially, but he's got too much charisma, like you said. You need somebody who's
There's
quite
too
blank.
much comedy there for Ryan Reynolds.
Danny
Like-
DeVito.
Danny DeVito, yes. I would pay money to see a Danny DeVito John Wick film. That would be the best thing ever.
I'm sure someone's remade it with AI somewhere. Or
He reminds me very much of Blade and like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
He's got that really cool,
Very-
personable,
yeah,
very
yeah,
chilled,
yeah,
very
yeah,
laid back,
yeah,
very down to earth.
absolutely.
Christian Bale, maybe.
Potentially,
Yeah, maybe.
Potentially, because when he played in American Psycho, he was very much that kind of straight, narrow, and he obviously did to Bruce Wayne. I don't like his Bruce Wayne, but
Do you know?
I really
Yeah,
don't
we've
like
got a
his
Batman
Bruce Wayne.
special that Alex needs to be invited on, by the way.
I know my Batman lore, but I don't
well,
like his
I think
Bruce Wayne.
you know a good one might be Marvel versus DC. That'll be one.
No, but the trouble is, you might disagree with me. You might agree with this.
Marvel would win.
Marvel would win in the cinematic universe because I just. Do you not think?
If you
I
look,
ju- I
if
just
you
don't-
look at
I-
the history
I
of what
don't-
DC cinema is,
Yeah, but I don't think, especially recently, DC has ever been given a decent enough chance.
no, it hasn't. We've got the James Gunn Superman coming up. I think that'll smash it.
Fingers crossed.
We had Suicide Squad from James Gunn, very much in the same vein as
didn't.
Guardians of the Galaxy. But I just think you mean in terms of history of cinema, look at Batman, look at Superman. They outweigh everything to do with anything to do with Marvel. You have the original Christopher Reeve Superman, you have Michael Keaton Batman. You're talking about a different level. That defined superhero cinema. Defined it, hands down. Before anybody else, there was Superman. For anybody else, it was Batman. Back in like the 1930s.
Yeah.
You are talking about the two.
Don't be swayed. It's Marvel all the way through.
No,
You-
I'm just saying, like, it's true though, isn't it? Like,
They defined superhero
come
cinema.
about in like the 19 whatever it was, yeah, 1930s.
1930s was the first ever Batman film.
Good things come to those who wait.
Well, I
So,
I
think
love
in
Marvel.
in the current climate,
Marvel.
it would be Marvel for me. Yeah,
but you guys are
That's-
suckers.
Yeah.
This is the most interesting John Wick review ever.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So
But yeah.
We did get it back
we'll
to John Wick.
segue back onto
Because he's
onto
technically a
some-
superhero.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if there's going to be a female John Wick, Scarlett Johansson,
You think?
Black Widow, similar
Charlie
sort of-
Theron.
same vibe.
Is it Charlie Theron?
Charlie.
Theron? The
Theron.
girl who was in Mad Max.
Yes.
She could be John Wick.
Yeah.
Could Adam Driver do it?
Actually, I
don't
could see
think
it.
So. I don't think so.
I could see it.
Kylo.
Kylo Ren.
Okay.
I could see he's got that stoic, very chilled out kind of persona, and he I could see it.
Do I just picture him doing it though because he's got long hair?
Yeah, that's what
He'd
I mean.
have to
He
shave the
could
hair.
do it, but Not as powerful.
You wouldn't have to have long hair to do it.
I know, but I'm just picturing John Wick as with the slick back hair. Like, that's actually how I.
What
Dressed as
about-
Kylo, running around with a lightsaber.
What about? I think he's a bit too, not suave, but too. I don't know what the word is. Oh fuck! What's his name? He does Quicksilver in the latest MCUs. Who died?
Which one?
The better Quicksilver, the one from
The original
the
like the-
MCU universe.
The guy who did Dharma.
As in Wanda's brother.
Yes, the guy who did Kick-Ass.
Okay,
Evan
yes,
Peters.
I know what you mean.
No, not Evan Peters. The other.
Not Evan
the
Peters.
other-
It's the newer one because he's also doing the new
He's been up-
Spider-Man verse film, Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, is he?
He's playing Kraven the Hunter
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he
instead
is.
of Jason Momoa, which is the worst mistake in cinema casting ever. But we're doing
Isn't what else? He's been put up for James Bond, isn't he? But I don't think anything's been
He could be a good John Wick.
said.
I could see that.
I don't know if he's too like
He's too
sure of himself to be John Wick though.
Miles Teller. let's get Miles Teller back in. He could come in. We'll all hate
Aaron
him.
Taylor Johnson.
That's
Aaron
it.
Taylor
That's
Johnson,
it.
that's the
That's
guy.
it. I think he could.
Yeah.
He could pull it off.
Yeah, he was good in Bullet Train.
I think you got the bottom line is at the end of the day, John Wick is Keanu Reeves.
It's Keanu Reeves.
It
all
is.
the way,
You
yeah.
are never going
It
to get
is.
anybody better.
But yeah, bottom line, great film, and
Oh, he's so fucking good.
I
Don't
adore
kill
it.
his dog. Don't fuck with his car.
yeah,
Two
Like-
rules that you got to live by.
The first bit, like where I almost stood up and clapped at my screen. It's just you know when he speaks like back to him in Russian for
Yeah.
the first time in the car. I'm like,
Amazing.
You fucking bad little
Amazing. And they
Yeah.
realise as well, and it's just like, yeah, you.
bitch.
fucked
The
up,
whole
yeah.
build up to that's like when
That's-
he's when his dad makes the call like, oh, you struck my son. He's like,
Oh, the best.
yeah, because he's.
Oh, I love the
fucking-
build up where it's like where you have that car garage sequence where he's like brings the car and he's like, where you got the car from.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fact that you don't even need to mention John Wick's name, you know the shit that's
Yeah.
gone on
just by the car.
just by the car, and that performance alone between Son and with Greyjoy and the car dealer, you're just like, this is good. This is legitimate tension building, and you know it's about to go down.
That's part of the things that I love about John Wick because from the start, you know, normal like Die Hard and stuff like that, he's almost the underdog.
Yeah.
But from the start of John Wick, he's never the underdog.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
everyone is like,
It's like he's
Don't
the one.
fuck with John Wick.
He's the one you call to kill the boogeyman.
That's
Like
it,
that
yeah,
one,
yeah.
100%.
Fucking hell,
100%. It's an
it's
astonishing
brilliant.
film, and the fact that we've had four
And
that are all consistently as good. I could watch all four
yeah.
and be like,
It's
I
like
adore these.
I'm jealous
these
that Jord
four.
gets to experience them all for the first time.
100%.
Like the
I adore all four of those
Yeah.
films. I think
So-
that it's
What's your review score then?
have you fixed the halves?
I'll fix the half but before you get onto that. I did a headshot count,
Oh yeah,
and I think you'll be surprised.
Should we guess? Closest one wins.
51.
51.
Do you want? Are we guessing headshots in total of the movie or John Wick's head count? Because I've done
John
two.
Wick.
John Wick.
I think John Wick's head
Wick's,
count.
okay.
51.
Go on, then. Higher or lower?
73.
God, I'd have gone way lower. I'd have gone like 30, 33, 34.
39.
Oh wow.
There's not as much as you think.
I was gonna
getting-
say,
I
I
was
wouldn't-
totting him up and I was thinking, I was expecting to be like 100
Yeah.
and something.
It's probably just that one scene in the nightclub. It's literally bang, bang.
It's just bang, 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 bang.
How many was there overall then?
Not a lot more. There was 39, 41, 43. So John Wick's count is 39. Marcus, the sniper, he gets one headshot with the sniper.
Yeah.
And then Miss Perkins get one headshot in the hotel.
Oh, before we do your review as well, every time I see Marcus, well, it's every time I see Willem Dafoe, I go, the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I can't
Absolutely.
unsee it.
It's yeah.
But yeah,
I like him from Lighthouse. That's what I always say. You like me, lobster?
review score.
He's such a fucking weird actor.
Review score. Have you fixed the halves?
I've fixed the halves.
4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
You haven't gone 5.
No.
No, saving 5 for Star Wars.
Yes.
That's
Episodes.
fair. That's fair.
Episode 7, 8, and 9.
That's
Okay.
it, I know.
We're going 4.5
4.5.
for John Wick.
Yes, which means you can adjust last week's
Oh,
score.
fuck it. By magic it appeared. It's because you're in it.
Yeah, so 12 Years a Slave gets bumped up to 3.5, and Alien stays at 0.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we've got 0. That's right. Yeah, I've changed them. So go on then.
Oh my god.
Tom's comments for John Wick.
It's so fucking cool. It's all you can say. It's
He's so fucking cool.
it's like
That's all you can say.
It's so fucking cool.
it's a film where you can literally go brain dead to watch
You
it,
can, yeah.
and you're just like, yeah, that's cool.
And sometimes you need
Yeah,
that.
that's sick.
Sometimes you
do.
need that. You need just a film that you can just switch off to, and John Wick is definitely one of them.
Yeah, because I felt, even though there's so much headshots and that, I
Yeah.
could just have it on in the background.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, there's so much like depth in it, but you could just have it as like an easy film.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
This
it
is
was,
why I like horror, because you can do the same.
Well, it
Don't
was
have
a
to
lot
think about
easier
it.
compared to
Maybe
our
in
other one.
slashers.
well,
Just
Speak-
watch
yeah.
people
Not
get
so much
murdered.
psychological thrillers.
speaking of horrors,
Yeah,
on.
compared.
The all-important Cold War.
Oh fuck yeah!
Where,
War.
where were we putting John Wick?
It.
We've
was-
got 1, 2, 3,
Oh, yeah.
4, 5. We've got 6 levels of ranking. So from worst to best, we've got disaster piece, meh, middling, must see, masterpiece, or Oscar.
I don't know if I can go Oscar. Oscar?
Foster.
Oscar.
Yeah, I agree with
Masterpiece.
that.
It's definitely not going lower than Masterpiece for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't put it lower than there. Personally, it's just fucking. It's so good. It's fucking.
What was the five? So you got Masterpiece, Oscar.
You got
Masterpiece
Oscar, which
or
is like
must see.
that's Oscar's like reserved for the finest of the fine, really. But Oscar, masterpiece, must see, middling, meh, disaster
It's
piece.
Must
definitely
see.
above Midland. I'd go must see.
Must see.
I would say must see.
What a fucking shock! I get it voted again.
but
You don't like aliens?
Fucking.
that's because you've got John Wick 2. That's
John Wick
that's
2.
far superior than John Wick
It
1.
is. In terms of sequels.
Find out when we
But
get
surprisingly, John Wick 2's the one that I forget the most of out of the 4.
That's John Wick 2 is probably my favourite.
I don't know if it's because it's the one I've seen the
John Wick,
least.
Yeah.
Love John Wick 2.
It's one of them. Like, as soon as I see it, I remember all of it.
It's the. I don't want to give too
Don't,
much
we'll
away.
forget
Yeah.
to at some
Okay.
point.
Love John
there. I just need to watch it, so don't give too much.
Yeah.
Why?
But yeah.
What is going on?
But yeah,
So yeah.
must see for John Wick.
Must see for John Wick.
Fair.
Oh,
I think that's fair.
happy
Very
with
fair.
that, yeah.
100%. If you're gonna watch cinema, you need to watch
Yeah.
John Wick.
But yeah, going on to the next film, mine and Tom's probably least favourite genre of film, a horror film, Hereditary.
Fucking hell! Let me get my notes for this.
Yep.
'Cause Jesus Christ.
It's not even that bad.
The
So-
thi-
Go on. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah. The thing I was going to say, I knew this film was going to be scary the way that Charlie bit into a chocolate bar. Because she didn't break the block off. She just straight up,
Just nibbles at
Just
corners.
raw
straight
dogs the
up,
chocolate bar.
corner bar,
Yeah,
corner bar, in,
you
right, the corner of the bar,
automatic- Yeah.
eat. And I was like, okay, this is going to be weird. And she does weird
E-
drawings.
Immediately, I am unsettled.
Yeah. But yeah, there was lots of weird parts of it. Like there was a breastfeeding doll, but then didn't the mum also have hers out as well?
Just
And I was
get him
like-
out and breastfeed.
So I mean, the
She was
mum and the
recreating
yeah.
her life, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Of-
so
of-
that
of-
was
yeah,
true.
in
Then you
model
had the
form.
bird's head just being chopped off.
I did put a comment.
Yeah,
for
where she
some-
cut the bird's head off with the scissors. Yeah.
I've just got one liner comment. Nice tit. So I can't remember why I've put that down.
To be fair,
Nice tit.
my opening line,
Singular.
to be fair, was the dollhouse camera work's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed the camera work a lot in this film.
The zoom in.
Yeah,
Into
yeah.
that was good.
And even
I
like-
liked
On the
that.
like,
initial
with
opening
just the
scene,
still.
it zooms
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the trailer, and it's that was.
To be fair, the trailer threw me a lot for the actual storyline of the film.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
agree.
rare you get that nowadays. It's
Yeah,
very rare that
it
you
threw
get that
me.
where the trailers don't shit all over
Like,
the film,
I thought the kid,
especially in horror.
I thought the kid was going to be alive a lot more.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
me. Even though I'd
Yeah.
seen it, I had seen this film. I totally forgot that happens. That she has her head completely took off her shoulders.
Mad.
I
It's
mean,
like, oh,
I
Like
mean,
mega.
straight from the get-go though, it's just got all the typical bits of a horror. Like the house is set up and looks scary.
Yeah.
Like if you live in that sort of house,
You're gonna
You,
get
you
haunted.
deserve to be haunted.
Yeah, you're gonna get haunted, yeah.
I had the exact same written down. Like
The fact,
typical
like,
horror
but then
house.
it's got all the other bits, like the fact she sleepwalks, the fact that it's a strange mum. Her mum had that condition, the DID. But everything that's slightly spooky is just there to add to the overall feel.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know why she kept making like some of these dolls, like especially the one like just recreating every single.
It's like an obsessive compulsive disorder. In it.
Yep.
It's
Well, it's in the film. She's like making a project, she's working on something for like some sort of program or something. Because that's what she's. It's a job, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why she's doing it about a family
Yeah.
or a life's a bit weird.
I did say I would like her to make some like D&D dioramas for us. Like
That'd be
I'm
class.
all up for that. Like
post child death.
Yeah. I mean
Yeah.
that's a great way of like recovering. You better play a bit of D&D.
Play some D&D,
I think
it'll be fine.
if she joined a D&D group instead of a family therapy group, she'd have been a lot better.
I think you're right.
I
I
mean,
think
the
that would have
cults and
been
the
the
murder.
answer. Yeah.
Imagine like in a really tense moment, she's there like screaming at you, like she did in that scene and the dinner. And I was in that scene as well. I was just like,
Amazing.
the poor dad just wanted his dinner.
He did,
No,
man.
and then-
That dude was just sitting there thinking, "Wish this motherfucker would shut up."
I have to say the acting in this film was incredible.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. It's exactly what I'd expect. Like I was so uncomfortable in a good way.
Yeah.
And the fact she can just like she's acting and she's on the roof.
Across the board, that's what makes this film stand out, and why I think the rating is so high when you're looking at IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and things. It's because of that. It's hands down one of the best performed horror films. Like I said, you're talking about pants that eat people and killer llamas. This sets a precedent, even like in comparison to like The Exorcist and things like that. They're not really acty films. The Exorcist was more so because of the girl in the bed. It's a physical performance. This relied completely, because if you strip those performances away, there's not much story really.
Yeah.
Like there's not. But because of the performances, you are hooked from the offset. Because, like I said, the mom is outstanding.
Yeah, it's like everything about it was. I think as someone that doesn't like horrors, I think it made me appreciate it. Like camera work, acting, the music, like the score of it, like the timing of it.
Beautiful.
I was like, if I didn't have my dancing fruit on, it would have been a lot worse. Like having their soundtrack every now and again, and just the last like 10 minutes alone made the build up worth it.
Yeah.
Like
the payoff is incredible.
But I think that's in a way like why I say like you say you can appreciate it as a film. Like I say I don't like horrors too, but I think the way I could appreciate it as a film was that it didn't rely on jump scares and it was more like story and like what's going on. And I think the fact, like you just said there, I was sat there waiting for it to kick off and like the suspense was there, and it didn't really kick off until like you said the last sort of 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's just, it didn't rely on like the classic jump scares, and it just told the story. And I guess for some people, that I think if you believe in that, that could be quite real.
Yeah.
The way like the story is, and like if you believe in demons and stuff like that. Hope they're not there, but you never know. But
yeah, the one thing I'll never fuck with in real life is like Ouija boards and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 at home. Man.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
And a bed sheet. It's fine. I think you hit the nail on the head. It's like I said, there are multiple layers to horror. There are, and then once in a blue moon, you get something that is backed by a studio. You get the money put into it because of the actors and the actresses. The story's well written, and you get Hereditary. That's essentially what it is in terms of what horror is. It's a movie. It's not just put out there just to be a slasher with people murdering people, something without any story or context. It's a well-crafted film. If you take it out the horror genre and move horror elements, it doesn't make a difference, because ultimately it's a well-crafted film. It's well acted. It's well shot. The score is incredible. It's just a good film. The fact that it's horror is irrelevant, because, like I said, that's how you make a good horror. That's how a good
I think
horror
it
works.
makes it more watchable.
Yeah.
In the fact you're not there like hiding behind the pillow.
Yeah.
Like you can just.
It's suspense building.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Think about it, I watched it sometimes a bit like sideways on, like looking down, so I wasn't seeing much of the screen. But you can appreciate more as a film because it's not just trying to like make you jump all the time and that.
And I think that's some of the scariest horror. So the scariest horror is that essential build. There's a film by an Italian director called Salou and the 120 Days of Sodom that is not jump scary at all in any way, shape or form. It's an Italian film. The director killed himself not long after making the film, and sodomized his boyfriend in the same manner that the film basically explores. So the film explores the hierarchy between the rich and the poor, and it's about a bunch of rich people who essentially take a bunch of children off the street, say children, teenagers, off the street and bring them to a mansion. They then abuse them, make them eat their own shit, rape them, make them watch stuff with prostitutes, teaching them how to do things. Even just talking about it, you can see like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's a different kind. That's horror, but there is no jump scares in that whatsoever. That's just the horror of humanity, which is explored a little bit when you're talking about Hereditary. It's about that kind of that woman's psychosis and the mom's kind of deep dive and basically fall and descent into madness.
Yeah.
That exploration of humanity is scarier in more instances than a standard slasher, which is why I think Hereditary kind of built on that a little bit, and it was let's explore humanity a little bit more.
I think especially for stuff that I think obviously some people believe in it, like I just said, some people don't. Like I said, it's on that borderline. It's kind of like, okay, in your head you go, you know, this could happen. Like you never
it
know.
Could happen. Don't believe the bullshit of the whole this is based on a true story. It's nonsense.
Yeah.
That, like you've just said, you've hit the nail on the head. This is something that there is a genuine belief system out there that people think. This
like I said, the
happen.
genuine belief system. And sometimes you disregard and go, "Nah, it never happened."
Yeah.
But there is something in the back of your head that always goes,
This could happen.
That could happen, which makes it scarier.
Yeah.
With the story, like the only thing that threw me was after the kid got like decapitated. He's like, I kind of got a bit lost about how he told his mom. Then, like, did he just
He put the
pull up and then like because
he didn't even tell her. He
went to bed.
He decapitated her. He got home, went to bed. He then slept.
She
woke up to get into the car the next morning and found the corpse of the child in the back seat.
and that's what I thought it was. But I thought lost
he put it in
about
the
it.
bed.
No, it was a dream. Was
Yeah,
it?
it was. The sequence was she's gone outside and found the corpse in the rear of the vehicle, and then that's when it hits up because he can hear her outside screaming, which is again one of the most haunting sequences ever in any film.
It was the shots of the head on the road with all the ants. I was like, what the fuck?
And it does it
wasn't
at perfect timing.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, neither was I.
I thought like it's going to leave it like that. And,
No,
but
like,
it actually shows.
show
and I
that
was
head.
like,
I get the idea that she died because of how long they left him like sat in the car like that scene. I think fucking hell. I was like, okay, hurry up. I just wanted to skip like 5 seconds just to
Makes you
like,
uncomfortable.
yeah, but fucking hell, like I wasn't expecting like full beheaded.
Yeah.
Because like that was when it shocked me that like, wait, the kid's dead. Who's the star of the film
Yeah.
now? Like obviously she was still there, but just
kid.
as ghost.
The kid was the star of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to say, you saying about the budget and everything like that, I've got to say that fucking scene where she crawls out the room across the door, you need to go and watch that again. It's fucking awful. It's just so bad. It's literally as if like, you know, someone on Twitch stream has just green screen somebody crawling across. It's awful. It's awful. It's so bad.
Again, I've seen perpetrators eat people.
Oh,
so.
absolutely. But I don't. Why you have the budget and then put that in? It's just a weird thing.
To be fair, considering like some effects were so good, like when she saw her head off at the end.
Oh yeah.
Like that was. Like, it took me a second to realise what was going
What she
on,
was doing, yeah.
and then because I actually recorded myself for like the last 8 minutes, and it's just me like screaming a lot of like, "What the fuck's going on?"
That is that film.
Yeah. And then
What is
but
going
then it's
on?
like just as I started recording, like the screen, it's all the naked people. I'm like, fuck's sake.
You can't have a cult film without naked people.
Because then it's me like, how do you audition for that role?
You just
Like,
get your boobs
you know,
out and your
it's
penis
like,
out.
But and then it's like, how do you decide like who's kneeling down at the front and who's kneeling down behind someone?
Who's the better looking naked person?
Mm-hmm. It's just fucking full.
Who is the least saggy, especially in this film?
You'd be at the back, Tom.
Great.
I don't know, I can see right up his robe over here.
No, but I think it overall a good film. Even though I probably wouldn't choose to watch it again, but I have been told that if you go watch it again, you actually
You pick more up.
Yeah.
And apparently there's people in the background and stuff like that, cult members hidden and stuff like that, which you're just gonna miss on the first watch.
It's one that I could watch again.
Yeah.
I would be able to watch it again now I've seen it. It's not one that like I think fucking hell no I don't.
It's a film lover's film. If you like film, you like Hereditary.
Yeah.
I just thought it was alright. I just thought it was alright.
Okay, that's not pleasing some people, is there?
There ain't, dude.
God,
you know what I
me.
mean?
Sorry. Yeah, it was alright. I would watch it again. I wouldn't be that bothered about watching it again now. But more importantly, Hal Payman.
Is that the person at the end?
It's what they all chant.
Oh.
He was obviously all really fucking interested in it.
I thought it said hell payment.
Hail Payman.
That's like, why are we paying to get to
Oh,
hell?
I thought you said hell payments.
Yeah.
I
Hail
was like,
Payman.
oh, fair.
Sorry. Is that my West Midlands accent?
No,
Hell
it's-
payment.
it's-
Hell payment.
blame the fangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually rather impressed with it, even if I did, shit myself most of the time watching it.
Yeah, and we've glossed over my little bit at the start, you bastards. So we'll do that as the wrap up,
Go on then.
And then go into your review.
and then we'll go into Tom's, which I feel like it's not going to be that bad today actually, but
Yeah.
we'll see. So 2018, it was released, directed by Ari Aster. I did make a note because he directed something else that's in the same vein on like Uncomfortable Psychological Midsummer.
Great film.
Again, the
Great
things
film.
the things freak me out for that. The trailers.
Great film.
Yeah, it's just it's unnerving.
He follows. It's very much the same. It's a slow burner with a big payoff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. Because I got for some reason Midsummer mixed up with Get Out.
Filmed all.
Get Out's brilliant as well. Though.
Get Out's filmed all in the day, Midsummer.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of horror. They've taken horror and turned it on its head, and they're like, it's not dark, shady bits. People hiding and lurking in the background. It's all middle of the day.
It's culty.
Very culty.
2 hours, 6 minute runtime. It's a bit lengthy, that is.
If
For a horror.
It didn't feel like it was that long to me.
I'll give you that. It didn't.
Like I don't know if it's because I was constantly waiting for something to happen, and it was like it's kind of rushing me through the film, but it didn't feel compared to Aliens, where I was like begging that to be finished.
It's
Yeah.
one of the longer horrors.
Terrible. 10 million budget. 82.8 million box office.
Pennies.
Was that similar to John Wick?
Similar, yeah. Well, it's like 10 to 20 million for the budget, and then yeah, similar 89 million, I think. Rotten Tomatoes score 90%, Metascore 87, IMDb 7.3, and it's not on the most.
Not many horrors.
It's not
top
rated on
250.
the movies of all time charts. Yeah, it's the Moat chart. I've called it.
In the
Moat
in the
chart.
build up to watching it, though, I think that kind of made me a bit more scared about it. And I saw the reviews. I thought, okay, usually horrors get bad reviews, but this has good reviews. So what am I in for? But yeah, as a film, I think I appreciated it. But in terms of scores, the most important score, never mind Rotten Tomatoes and that, is Tom's.
It's Tom's.
Is Tom's
That's
review
right.
score?
That's
How
what
many
we're all here
reels?
for.
It gets 4.
Okay.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, I was very impressed with it.
Good.
Like I could appreciate the cinema of it.
Yeah.
Like I surprised myself as I was watching it. Like I'm not in a rush back to do any more horrors. Like that was. I feel like I'm one and done for a little bit.
Well, there's some on the list. I really fucking hope one comes up now. I really do.
Yeah.
Go on then. What's your comments to sum it up?
It freaked me out in the right way.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like
Fair.
I feel like taking out of context.
That's all. That's all I seek in life.
freaked out in the right way.
Just freak me out in the right way.
That's the new Hinge profile headline. That
It is, yeah,
I
just-
want to be freaked out in the
Just
right way.
freak me out in the right way.
But no, that's fair.
Do you want to do the tier list? Because I need to open up our wheel of spin. I haven't done it.
Yes. Okay. So the tier list. Look before disaster piece, meh, middling, must see, masterpiece, or Oscar.
So even though I scored it well, I would still kind of go middling. Purely because I could have gone without seeing it, but I'm not in a rush back to watch it.
I agree. Like, it's not a must see. Like for everyone on this planet, it's not like if you don't see this film.
Yeah.
I agree as well.
No, I agree. I do. I agree. I don't think it is a must see for the genre. It's a good addition to the genre, but there are, in terms of horror, like I said, people don't look for this kind of horror.
That film is exactly what it needs to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be anything else.
I would wholeheartedly
that
agree.
it is.
So middling.
I would agree.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my god.
I would agree.
How about that?
We got through a horror though.
I can't- we did, and that's it. Oh, if we spin the wheel now,
I know.
I hope to
horror
God.
comes up.
I hope so.
It kind of has to because I'm here. I'll be sad if it
I
doesn't.
so hope. I'm just loading it up now.
We'll try and get you back for every time there's a horror.
Every
now.
time there's a horror,
If you're
get me,
available,
man.
we'll get you back
I
on.
will always come back.
Okay, we've got it up. So, the movie wheel, nothing else.
I'll sort the table right. From Hereditary of all films.
Here we go.
We did mention about the headless. Yeah, let's not go there.
That's it. There's
The headless fleshlight.
Let's not talk about the child.
Come on.
Right. So the films that we reviewed on the list, they're on there from that list as well.
okay.
So they're all in there. So are we happy to just
Yep.
spin?
Number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
We haven't got the visual today on the podcast because Tom.
I've
couldn't be
had to change camera angles and stuff.
Dante's gonna cart
He just
wheelie.
couldn't be asked.
And I have just had an operation like a week ago.
No, he just couldn't be asked.
Couldn't be asked.
Let's spin it. The suspense. This is more suspenseful than Hereditary.
Yeah, this 10 second
seconds.
countdown. For God's sake, please lower
It's 10
it.
seconds.
Well, Jumanji.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's the original Jumanji.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the rock one.
That's not the rock one.
I've
That's the
n-
proper Jumanji.
Robbie Williams, all day,
I was
every day.
looking forward to the
Great
new
film.
one.
I've not watched that film for a while, so I'm happy with that. Happy with that.
It's so boring.
No, it's not.
Who hadn't seen it?
I've seen it in bits because I get so bored.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he said
Good
it.
film.
So you need to
Brilliant
watch
film.
it through. You need to watch it through.
It's a brilliant film.
Okay, well, I'm just going to get slated in the comments again for that one.
100%.
so-
Actually, is
So
a brilliant
fucking
film.
brilliant.
It's a really
It
good
is,
film.
it's so
man.
good.
The monkeys in the police car.
Yeah. even I mean, I'll probably put a foot in it now because I haven't watched it for a bit, but I would say that the visuals hold up as well.
Yeah.
Like for a
I'll
90s
be the
film.
judge of that.
Yeah, you will.
They are jaded and they're not.
I
great,
know.
but
I remember the monkeys not
are-
looking so good.
It holds up. It holds up.
Well, we'll see.
Spin 2.
There's spiders in it as well.
Nice.
Shouldn't have said anything really, should I?
Fantastic.
So, second film.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's got some doozies.
You're watching it. You're both watching this.
What?
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
No, turn it round. No.
Yes. Yes.
One you wanted a proper film.
Honest to God, like I said, I watched it in cinema. For jump scares, if you want scary, Paranormal Activity, you have to watch it in the dark, full blast. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Tell her she's an ugly skank.
I will pay to see you two watch this together.
Yeah, 100%.
Find out the planes.
Oh, fuck.
No, you got to in your hotel rooms
100% in the dark.
in the dark,
Full blast.
in a strange place.
Preferably with headphones if you've got them.
Oh, actually, I'm a little bit sick.
What a film.
I'm actually glad that we skipped them 3 films.
I adore Paranormal Activity. Like I said, it's one of those films like I've watched multiple times. I watched it in cinema. If you want to define what horror is in terms of your jump scares, it's got everything. Your jump scares, your slow builds,
The feeling that it could be real.
could kick off anything. You will never want to watch something. You'll never want to see something fast forward again. Is all I'll say.
I'm so scared.
Great film.
So
Great
happy.
film.
This is more jump scary and weird.
It is, yeah.
Hereditary is a film, watchable film.
Yeah.
This is just.
No, this isn't like a film.
Isn't this one that's like effectively one of the the based on a true story kind of
Yeah.
That's
real
right, that.
like live cam
Yeah.
setup?
This,
Yeah.
this
I know
isn't,
it's saying
yeah,
that, but
this isn't. It's basically filmed on his video camera. It's like George said. It's not. Hereditary is a film.
Yeah.
It's an artful crafting of cinema music. This is not. This is literally. Let's stick a camera in and let's just do jump scares.
we might have to do that one together.
Great film.
Yeah.
I
Record his
adore it.
reaction. Yeah.
Please do. Yes.
Yeah, please do, because I adore Paranormal Activity.
If I were you, I'd watch Paranormal Activity first and then top it off with Jumanji.
Yeah, ease yourself back there with Jumanji and Robin Williams fighting the monkeys.
We're gonna need a lot of dancing fruit.
Now I'll ban Dancing Fruit as the guests on the podcast.
Dancing vegetables.
I'll
then?
ban the Dancing Fruits and Vegetables. You have to watch it in pitch black, volume up. Watch the film.
In costumes.
Yeah. No, naked.
Such an incredible. It is for what horror is. Very much like you would say, like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Did for that kind of genre. Paranormal Activity's up there.
My heart's racing.
Yeah.
Great film.
All of a sudden, this room got really hot. but yeah, okay.
I am so happy
But-
that's come up.
It's a good one.
I really
Cannot
am.
believe
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I
But yeah.
cannot believe it.
It's a good one.
Didn't
It's
we
still
literally-
on theme as well because technically, well, it'll be released after Halloween when it the next
Yeah.
one.
So this
but-
episode should be live October 31st.
Yes.
But that's fine because you can join my Legion and just watch them all the time. I'm gonna go back and watch one now.
Paranormal Activity.
I might watch Paranormal Activity there.
But yeah. Anyway, so I know our films.
I'm mentally done now.
To bring us back into some sanity, though.
Yeah, come on, we've got to finish off.
Bad explanation.
Yeah.
So, this episode's bad explanation of a film.
What was the reveal from last time?
It
Oh,
was
yeah, Tom.
it was. It was Star Wars. I understand how it was
Easy.
worded. May have said sounded a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Like as in,
So I think people got the wrong end of the stick if they thought that the priest marries someone twice his
Yeah.
age, not the child that they kidnapped.
Look, I just read what people put on Reddit.
But somebody got it,
Oh, okay.
so fair play. It
I-
wasn't that bad.
I just find them on Reddit.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Congrats if you got Star Wars. Well done.
but this episode's bad explanation of a film is: man on drugs throws a frisbee at German soldiers.
Sounds like just a Friday night, to be fair.
I already feel like I know that.
one. I know that one. That's good.
So, man on
I know that
drugs
one.
throws a frisbee at German soldiers.
Definitely sounds just like my Friday night.
But yeah,
So there we go.
there we go.
Answers in the comments.
Yes. I'm sure we actually give more bad explanation movies like in the start talking. We're just very bad explaining movies.
I need to start clipping some. I clipped one before, but yeah, I do need to start clipping them.
But well, thank you, Alex, for being our very first guest.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, it's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you for cursing the wheel.
Yes.
as well.
I did curse the
Fantastic.
wheel.
Brilliant.
That's what I like to do best.
Good job.
Where do the people find you and all of your?
It's predominantly like you find everything at Horror Hub UK. That's on everything. Everything to our predominantly kind of hang out now in the darkest, deepest corners of the internet. We do also do things like mainly D&D related, kind of tabletop at the Adventure Log. So yeah, anywhere in there, and you can find me. I'm on the internet somewhere, in some manner.
Yeah.
My penis might be out, but just ignore that one. We'll skip past the penis out and then just deal with the actual good stuff.
And you I think you do. Do you do weekly horror movie recommendations? Or is it
I'll do
daily?
it pretty much every other day.
Yeah.
Every other day. Every other day there will be, if I see a new film in cinema, there'll be a review. I am at, like I said, For the Love of Horror over the weekend with a bunch of other podcasters and things. So yeah, anywhere that horror's involved, I'm going to be hanging around with my penis out.
Sweet.
And of course, follow us on our. So I was right. The Instagram is different.
Yes, you was. It was
So-
an underscore. Well done.
Yes.
I set it up and I can't remember. So well done.
So we can be found at Real Rookie Pod. That is REEL. You know, we're punny over here. And on the Insta, it is Real Rookie _pod. That's
Yes.
right.
There's real rookies and pods somewhere.
Yeah, it's around again.
Yeah.
Overlays on screen if it works this time.
It worked last time.
Oh no, in my edit it did not.
Okay.
It took me 4 times rendering
Okay.
and a lot of rendering. Hopefully, touch wood, we will not have the rendering issues and the episode will be up on time. Because if it's not, I might retire.
You got a bit longer to do it, so
I do.
it has to be.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
It has to be edited
It
before
has
you
to
go.
be edited.
So,
I've got
okay,
like 3 days
It's
to edit
got to
this.
be out by
Easy. Easy.
Halloween.
I could edit on the plane.
Yeah.
I won't, but I could. Yeah.
Literally said before this episode, watch it be another horror.
Mhm.
And it was.
I am excited for you. I'm going to watch it just for a laugh. But
I don't want to.
great film.
It is.
Great film.
It is.
Watch it as a free. Me and you on one sofa. You want to?
literally just made me like, Great film.
cried into each other's arms.
It is. It's a good film.
Why that one?
That will make you
Why
jump.
that one?
But
To be
yeah,
fair, The Nun's not on the list, so it could have
The
been
Nun
worse.
are not bad, man. The Nun is not that bad.
The Descent is though.
The Descent is incredible.
That'll fuck you up.
the only thing I know of Paranormal Activity, I'm not sure which one it is. I know there's like a cot
Number 2.
and there's a baby in it,
Number 2.
Yes.
and she doesn't just like start floating and
Number 2.
My heart's pounding.
You'll enjoy it. Well done.
You will enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. You'll hate every second of it. But I'll enjoy listening to you guys talk about it.
Great. Great.
Put it like this. At least it's not on there anymore. It's done. Once
done?
you've done it,
yeah,
it's off the list. You ain't got to watch it again.
The Descent is still on there, though.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 hour 26 minutes.
It's
Was
nothing.
that it?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
It's nothing.
Okay.
No,
That's...
but it is consistent throughout the 1 hour 26
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Signs on there as well.
And it's like CCTV cameras, sort of.
The doorway.
Well, night vision cameras.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
No. See,
Science is great.
what makes it worse is I've got to go to my school Sunday night and install our cameras. So I've got to sit there and do
not
like
too bad.
security camera
Should
monitoring.
I come with you and we'll watch it then?
Watching it in the school.
Okay, that'd creep me out watching it in school, if I'm honest.
Especially.
Yeah, especially our school's an old health centre as well, so
Do
it's
it.
like
Do it.
Nah, well, that's too much. Too much.
Do it.
Too much.
That's my dream, that is. That's what I want to do. I want to set up a horror film festival in like an abandoned building or like an old school or something where you can get people will come and pay and you can watch it in an environment where it's haunted as fuck. They do it like Dudley Castle and shit,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
scary enough.
Yeah,
Like, let's find like some old insane asylum or like an old school and like something derelict as fuck, and let's do it that way. That'd be sick, man.
sure we just like My Little Pony Land or something instead. And just,
You brownies.
We'll
Yeah.
go watch it in Thomas the Tank Engine world.
That'll
At,
do.
like
That could be scarier.
Probably could actually, yeah.
That could be
in
scarier.
the day. In the day.
Midsummer did it in the day.
Yep. So what have we got? Jumanji and
Paranormal
Paranormal Activity.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Two brilliant
Again,
films.
Separate and again completely
Polar
polar
opposites.
opposites again.
Yeah.
Streak continues.
Oh, here we go again. We thought we survived one horror. It's good job we didn't shake my hand because we've got to survive another.
Yeah,
So
that would have jinxed it.
And you'll suffer with that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
People who don't like horror, you'll suffer with that one.
Well, please think of us. We need the help now.
it's a long blink. 1 hour 26.
Just hold the pillar over your
It's a
face.
slow blink.
Yeah.
But as always, thank you for clicking on the episode. Thank you for watching or listening on Spotify. I understand that the video wasn't available on Spotify. I will re-upload it, and hopefully, if you do choose to watch it on Spotify for some reason, it will be there. This episode should be a lot better. But again, thank you all for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome back anytime.
Whenever you need me, let me know and I will be here.
I think the big one again, where everyone will 100% see you back, will be the Star Wars episode.
I have opinions.
Yeah, and
Last Jedi's the best, just saying.
which one's that?
This sixth,
Second of the sequel series.
Oh, okay, yeah,
the eighth one.
yeah.
Let's just end it here.
Just gonna throw it out there.
So
The best.
we'll be joined with down with that one. Anyway, thank you all, and we'll catch you next time. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!